Hi, welcome back to Surgically Speaking. A few weeks ago, I had posted a demonstration video on how I perform an incision and drainage for an infected sebaceous cyst. In this video, I'm going to show you how I perform a complete excision of a sebaceous cyst. It's a very fundamental skill that every medical student should possess. Kindly watch my technique and I'm sure it will be useful to you in your practice. Let us get into the video. And the link of my previous video, I shall share it in the description. Kindly watch that video to see the difference between these two techniques. This is the sebaceous cyst at the back, probably infected. I'm going to try to excise it, which will be difficult. But if it's difficult and grossly infected, then I'll have to come out after doing an incision and drainage. So this is the local anesthesia which I have taken, which is 2% xylocaine with adrenaline, and this is the same in an insulin syringe. This is for the field block, and this is for the infiltration along the line of incision. Okay. Ma chinna ஊசி ஒரு நாலு ஊசி போடுவேன். இந்த ஊசி மட்டும் கொஞ்சம் வலிக்கும், கொஞ்சம் டாலரேட் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. ஓகே, அவ்வளோதான். இன்னொரு ஊசி, அவ்வளோதாம்மா, ஆயிடுச்சு. You can see the wheel being raised all around. So I'm infiltrating the anesthetic all around in all the 4 directions. I preferably go from the anesthetized side so that the patient feels comfortable during the injection. Okay. Before injecting, always aspirate to ensure that we are not inside a vessel. சின்ன ஊசியம்மா, இதுதான் last. Okay, so infiltrate. As you inject, withdraw and watch for the wheel being raised. Okay, now last. Yes, we are done there. And now I'm taking this insulin syringe for infiltration along the line of incision. This I try to infiltrate along the line of incision so that my skin flaps get raised easily, and it will also reduce the bleeding, and it will make elevation of the flaps easy. Okay. Now this is the 15 blade I'm using, and I'm making a very slender ellipse around the punctum. Along the line of incision, my infiltration is making it easy for me to make that incision. Carefully deepen the incision and take care not to puncture the capsule. That grayish tissue which is coming into view is the surface of the capsule. That is the surface of the capsule. Okay, so be very careful not to puncture the capsule, and you can see that I've made a very thin ellipse around the punctum. So I'm going to excise, I'm going to remove the cyst along with the punctum. That's because I wanted to sacrifice very little of normal skin. Yes, you can see. So we are carefully trying to dissect off the cyst from the neighboring tissues. Okay. Now we are trying to deliver the cyst out of its socket. You can see the cyst being delivered out. Yes. Yes. I'm using this fine scissors because as it is, it's a very small swelling, and that is the entire cyst which I have excised completely in toto along with the capsule. So that is the sebaceous cyst which we have removed. Now inspect the inside of the cavity to see if any remaining or remnants of the capsule is there. Can you focus inside? Focus inside. Yeah. Just see if you can come closer. Yes. So it's clean. I am not able to see any remaining capsule there. So that is done. So the carry home point is that if it is an infected sebaceous cyst, the treatment option is incision and drainage, followed by a definitive excision of the capsule after 1.5 to 2 months. But if it's an uninfected sebaceous cyst, then the treatment is complete excision along with the capsule. Okay. So that is what I wanted my students to remember. Treatment for an infected sebaceous cyst is like an abscess. We do incision and drainage. And for an uninfected sebaceous cyst, we do excision and send the specimen for biopsy. Okay.